We're live.
All right, great.
We did it.
Two-man show.
Yeah, John is gone. He's in the east.
Is that where I was going to ask? Do you know where he is?
I think he's hanging out with his friend until PAX East, so I think he's in Georgia?
I have no idea.
Sure.
But is he going like right from there to PAX East? When is PAX East?
I think it's this next weekend, isn't it?
Like this coming weekend?
I thought so. I'm not actually sure because if I'm not going, I kind of ignore anything about it.
Yeah. Someone in the chat just said East Coast, best coast. That could not be more incorrect.
Right. It doesn't even rime. What are you doing?
East Coast, least coast.
Like, if
Someone
you're
said-
going to actually try to go for that, at least say Beast Coast or something. Like,
Oh, someone said 1 week from tomorrow. So I guess it's next weekend.
okay.
If you're listening to this live.
Well, I know he's going there for the TRG recordings first. Like, this is a business trip for him, so.
Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
he's doing that wherever that is, I don't know. So. But either way, he's not here online right now.
At least we don't live in a fake time zone. What does that mean?
You know, I wish I knew, but this is something that keeps coming up randomly when I stream, because I think I said something about the East Coast having, like, some bullshit-ass fake time zone, and now it just gets thrown back at me every time I do anything. So,
No idea what this is.
yeah. Yeah. Anyways, whatever. John's gone. You're back. You were gone last week.
Yeah, I had friends and family in town, so I was busy showing them around.
Yeah.
I got sunstroke earlier this week. That was exciting for a day.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah. It was just like a day of like laying in bed, feeling like you might vomit at any minute.
Mm.
And just, yeah. But, you know, that was just one day. So, you know, you go get through it.
Did you do any touristy stuff? Like with your friends and stuff?
Yeah, I showed them like the bridge and you know, like Fisherman's Wharf, just like all the super touristy stuff, and then they kind of explored the city a bit while I was at work.
Okay, cool.
But yeah,
Cool.
and the day we went to the bridge, it was super foggy, so they got a bunch of great photos of the lower half of the bridge.
Like, the last time I went to San Fran, I was just like, you know, I still haven't seen this damn bridge. The last day that we were there, it's like, I still haven't seen this damn bridge. Let's go just, like, to that park that's nearby. We'll just see it from the distance.
Sure.
We're fine.
Yep.
The foggiest fucking day we had the whole time. So I was like, great, and then we left.
San Francisco is like known for its fog. In fact, its name apparently is Carl.
Okay. Carl?
Carl the Fog.
Oh, okay. There you go.
That's apparently what they named the fog here.
It's hilarious that it's so consistent that it got its own name.
Yeah, well, hey, yeah, there's often fog here.
Oh, Carl's rolling in. I guess we're not going to have fun today.
That's exactly how it goes, from what I'm told. I'm not an expert yet.
Not yet. One day.
One day. One day.
Mm-hmm.
Today's a day.
Yeah, today's the
26th
26th of February.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Top-down perspective. We're doing the podcast without John.
Yeah.
I guess I'll host. Sean Booker, right here. Paul Fleck.
Hi.
What's the picture you put for John?
It's honestly just his Facebook picture of him in the mask, in the Blue Ranger mask with the hoodie on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not watching it, so I don't know. But
next I'll try to find something funnier because he's not here next week, I believe, as well. So maybe I'll Photoshop something in some free time.
Is he not here next week? I guess maybe with PAX East he's not.
Yeah, exactly. So he's gonna be back the week after.
Okay.
He gets back on the 10th of March.
Oh, okay. I didn't know any of that. That's great. Good to know.
Yeah.
He's gone for a while. It's still 2 weeks away.
Yeah, he's gone for quite a bit, but
big trip. Yeah.
We'll hold it. We'll hold down the fort. I'm sure we can do it.
Cool. What have you been playing?
All right, so I'll talk about a game that I wanted to talk about a while ago, but I kind of forgot I played. So this is actually about a week or two old. I played Darkest Dungeon. It's that dungeon crawling RPG sort of thing that I can't remember who did it, a company in Vancouver. But that game is real cool. It's like a $20 game, and from the screenshots, you might not know what you're getting into, but it's basically just like a turn-based action-y RPG where you have a party of people going into this dungeon. You're trying to like free this place or whatever. The cool thing about it though is that every character has their own weird traits and personalities and attributes that when they get stressed out, like there's a stress mechanic in this game. When they get stressed out, they kind of can like resort to those. So, for example, one of my characters was like the Templar or whatever, like just a normal warrior, a knight guy. And when he got super stressed, he got super abusive and started yelling at the rest of the party members, which increased their stress levels. Some of them, like, when they get stressed out, they just basically break down and won't listen to you at all. They'll just, like, do whatever they want or not attack or stuff.
Is stress always a bad thing, or could you use it to your advantage at any point?
You know, I thought stress was always a bad thing until one of my characters, when they got stressed out, they were just, like... I can't remember what the trait was. It was like hopeful or something. They're like, no, we can do this, guys. And they crit and killed like a bunch of shit. Like, that's amazing.
Wait, like he's so stressed out, he gets really hopeful? Those seem pretty opposite.
He just gets like, yeah, like freaked out or something, but like maybe like an adrenaline rush or something.
Okay,
like,
I could see that.
Yeah.
Like,
it was really
hopeful
weird.
Seems odd.
I was so stoked to find that out though, because I was just like, oh, this stress is really bad. But it's like, no, this character, when they got like super stressed out, actually was super strong.
So it's like the Hulk. Great.
I guess, sure. Like,
yeah.
But
all right.
It's really kind of cool, and like, it's a problem I could see a lot of people might have with the game if they want to play it and try to like min-max it or beat it or whatever, because it's very RNG based on which characters you can hire and get, sort of thing. So, like, you can start off with just a terrible party that's just the worst, and then they get stressed out and, like, all die or whatever, and then you have to get a whole bunch of new people. But, I like that you can... that game can do that. And, like, one of the things they even say is, like, not everybody's made to be an adventurer. Like, some people just break, and they are completely useless. And I like that there's that. They're counting in... like some of the worst traits of humanity, and it's like, well, like not everybody will be the hero. They'll be that like sniveling piece of shit in the corner that steals stuff when people aren't looking from the party and like cry all the time or something. So
dude, there's a cat right there.
There's a cat right beside me. There's a box there, and he loves to sit on boxes.
Okay.
So, hey.
Oh, there's a cat.
Yes. But
yeah. Is it like a roguelike, or is there like a like what is it?
Yeah, it's kind of like a roguelite type game. Every time you go into the dungeons, there's a kind of different layout and different stuff you can be like confronted with and stuff. So it's really a quite cool game, and I wish I had time to get back to it. I do now, but I'll get back to that pretty soon. The next game I was playing is kind of just like a weird physics-y type sim thing. It's called Besiege. I don't know if you saw this on the Steam page at all.
I've heard of it from other podcasts and stuff.
Yeah, so it's basically like the parts I really like of Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, where you're just building shit and just like knocking stuff down or like grabbing something from one place and moving it to another. It's really, really fun, and I think the fun part I find about it is just I spend so much time creating something, I almost forget what the objective is. Like, I just like going in the sandbox and making this dumbass machine that's way too, like, intricate for what it's supposed to be doing. One of the first things is basically just, like, kill 90% of these armies that are attacking you. And so there's, like, 3 flanks of, like, platoons of dudes that just run into you. And you could essentially just make, like, a little circular square thing with, like, blades on it, and it'll just kill everybody. But I built this massive hulking thing that took up all the space it let me. At the top, I had nothing but all these giant spikes for guys to run into, and at the bottom was a whole bunch of, like, flamethrowers. And it basically almost made my computer burst into flames because of all the effects and stuff going on with it. That game is way too good, but it's really short. It's, like, for what you get now, I think there's only one island with, like, maybe 15... like things, but it doesn't really matter because the whole point of it is
15
just
like objectives
or whatever. Yeah. So
Okay.
it doesn't really matter because the whole fun is just in building these weird-ass machines and then seeing if it'll even work or fly or do what it's supposed to. And then it doesn't, and you go back and tool it up until it does. And so there's still a few hours there for
Why
what it
is it so short? Because it's early access or something?
Yes,
Or
that's
Oh,
exactly
okay.
why. There's, like, other content. The main menu has, like, a world that you can, like, turn around and stuff. And there's different continents, so you only have access to one continent right now, but there's multiple others that I'm guessing will be in the full release of the game. So
They should put like competitive multiplayer there, like BattleBot style.
that would actually be real cool, for sure.
That would like get like a an eight person like arena thing, where you're just rolling your like derby guy at everyone, and then see who comes out on top. That'd be
Yeah,
so awesome.
that would be real cool. They should
Because
do
then
it.
you'd get the weird stuff where it's like, well, surprisingly, this one's actually really good, and it's just a big ramp, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
because like I've watched some of like weird BattleBot videos, and it's like, yeah, this guy's got like a saw, this guy's got fire.
Yeah.
But then you get this one dude who has nothing but a ramp,
And
and it's
he's-
really good because it just flips all the other ones upside down and beats them. And it's like, where did this guy come from?
That reminds me, actually, like one. I can't remember what the objective of one of the levels in Nuts and Bolts was, but I essentially just built a giant ramp that could fly, and it was just like catch up to this dude or whatever. You just like fly over to them and then put them on the ramp, and then they're stuck, and you just won. Like,
Yeah.
I love
Like
games.
the whole point, the game becomes like, what's the best way to break the system?
It's so good, and that's what Besiege does. Basically,
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
yeah. So there's those.
I've heard it. I've heard it. Very similar to like Kerbal, but medieval kind of. I don't know if you played Kerbal Space Program.
I've been wanting to for a while, but I
Okay.
haven't. No. But yeah, maybe that'll be on my to-do
I've been
list.
hearing those being kind of similar.
Cool. Yeah, no, it's real good. It like even with a beefy computer too, it starts off like, "Oh yeah, I can run this. This is fine. Everything's running perfectly fine." And then you get like 500 little components on one machine because you have to do bracing too. So like if you build up a wood pillar, say, you have to brace that wood pillar with metal beams as well to keep everything together. So like
Okay.
it can get to the point where that game does not run very well, but that's kind of fun too, where it's just like I put
Okay.
so much shit on this thing that my computer cannot generate like each part properly. I basically
Right.
broke it.
Okay. This would not do good on my machine. I would not be able to do it.
Or you could just like go with the simplest designs, which are usually the most effective. So
I guess, but I feel like I'm missing something.
I guess, yeah. Just
Yeah.
I like building giant pillar things, so my computer slows
Okay.
down a lot doing those.
I think I watched a fighting robot recently that was made like primarily out of dildos, and it was
Okay.
like doing pretty good. Yeah, all I remember it was like instead of wheels, it was like dildos that would like roll around or something, and it was this weird tentacle thing.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah,
I'll have to
I
look
can't
that
remember
up
what
after.
I can't remember what pointed me towards it. Either it was doing really good or people like banned it or something. I don't remember, but that was a thing. That's a thing that exists.
That sounds so good.
Yeah, it was out of Japan, of course.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. So,
Get some dragon dildos in there as well.
I don't know what type of dildos they were. I can't really confirm. They were spinning too fast.
All I know is that a dragon dildo apparently does exist, but
Oh, I'm sure it does,
but
for
like
sure.
I don't know who that clientele is. I'm sure there's people. So
Oh, yeah, different strokes for different folks.
literally, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, literally.
The last game I actually started just today because today was my first day off. Resident Evil Revelations 2, which came out earlier this week. And
Episode 1?
Episode
right?
1 specifically, yeah. So
Right, okay.
I'm only halfway through it.
I'm kind of interested in this literally just from the episodic standpoint because I've played like most other kind of episodic, like, big named games, and this
Yeah.
is not an adventure game.
Did you ever play Revelations 1?
No.
Okay, it's kind of the similar thing. Basically, because Revelations 1 was made for a handheld specifically and then ported later on, it had parts that would maybe take you like 15 minutes to half an hour at the very longest, and then it would break, and then you would go to the next part. Like, they took into account closing the DS and going about your workday and then
Okay.
picking up. It kind
Is
of
it just
does
kind
it
of
that
like
way.
chapters? Like,
There's
I'm playing level
chapters.
1.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I thought this episode 1 would just be like one chapter because that made sense in my head. There's actually 2 chapters in episode 1, so I was super stoked to find out that almost an hour after playing, I was only half done, which is an amazing deal for $5.
Well, I would hope so. Like 1 hour, that's like short even from like Telltale standards.
Yeah, no, I know, but like they also have that raid mode, which I figured would be like the big selling point of going in with your friends and like this is what you're paying for, and that's not what I'm paying for. I want the single player campaign story. So
okay, so you're getting more than just the single player.
Yeah, there's also the raid mode thing too,
Okay.
which is basically just like
what is raid mode?
It's basically just rooms full of zombies and stuff and like killing them. It's like the mercenaries mode in the older games like 4 and 5 and stuff.
And this is multiplayer?
It is, but it isn't apparently on PC. I don't know. I'm trying to get clarification on what's going on with the PC release. It is in, there is offline local support and stuff for the console versions, but I'll be able to report back more when I try out the co-op. As for just the story mode, it's kind of great. Like, I really like it. They focus a lot more in this game on the evasion and dodge mechanics than they have before, and that's kind of nice to feel, even though it's a little bit janky in some spots, but it's a Capcom game, so, I mean, there's always a little bit of jankiness I find in their games, even though I love them. There's some weird issues with zombies just, like, melting through walls in some spots. Again, just like regular jankiness of video games. Other than that, I think they get the atmosphere pretty good. It's nice seeing characters and references to like the old Resident Evils and characters from the old Resident Evils again in a new form, like years after those incidents happen. There's a line...
Did you buy the season pass?
Yeah, I got all of it.
How many episodes do they have planned out?
I believe it's 4.
And is the season pass, what, $15?
I think it's 25, so it's either $4 or $5.
What?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Wait, 4 episodes, the season pass is more expensive than buying 4 or $5 episodes.
It might be 5 then. I'm not honestly sure how many episodes.
Yeah, it can't be that.
Yeah. Yeah, because that seems weird for sure.
Yeah, so... I'm sure someone in the chat will mention it.
There's a Jill sandwich reference. Like Claire says, she was almost a Claire sandwich. All my Resident Evil peeps out there, you guys know.
People listening who play Resident Evil, they're like, yeah, that guy's hilarious.
Sure, we'll go with that. But, like, as a video game, it's totally fine. There's some broken-ass stuff, apparently, with the PC that people are bitching about, which is why the Steam score is really fucked right now. They basically promised that there'd be local co-op, and there isn't on the Steam version. That's only in the console version right now. But there's also been a news report I was reading today that it's possible they just don't have it unlocked maybe, or Capcom's working on a patch to make it work or something like that. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. I buy Resident Evil games for like their dumbass story and characters and stuff like that that I got invested in way too much back like 20 years ago. So everything else is just gravy, and if there's no gravy, I still have the meat and potatoes to deal with.
Sure. All right.
Other than that, that is all I played. So what about you?
You're excited to do the next half of it?
Oh, dude, yeah.
You're liking it? Okay.
I'm stoked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Resident Evil fans should check out episode 1. Do you like that it's broken up like this, or do you prefer just
honestly, I do, because I'm one of those people that like the attention span when I have some time off, like I want to play a bunch of stuff, so it's nice to be able to play an hour of this game and then maybe go play some Besiege and then go to a movie with like friends or something and come back and play the rest of it later, not feeling like I have to see something through.
I kind of really like episodic games just for the idea of like, all right, I finished this, can't wait for next month. Like, it just makes it last longer.
There's something to look forward to.
And the weird thing is, like, if you think of television, it's going the opposite way, right? With like Netflix, it's like, here's the entire season, just binge watch it right now. And it's like, but I kind of like the, week by week schedule. It's like, hey, every Wednesday I'm gonna watch Arrow because Wednesday's Arrow night.
Sure.
So,
yeah.
But
yeah,
that's me. I kind of like that aspect of it, but
it depends what it is too, I guess. Like, for me. Like, since it's Resident Evil, the fact that I have more of it to look forward to in the coming weeks, that's good. If it was something like Metal Gear and it's like a 30-hour cutscene story or something, maybe I just want that all in one go.
Maybe. I just like, with like Because I have a bunch of friends who are playing like the Game of Thrones game, and it's like, hey, did you play the latest Game of Thrones episode from Telltale?
Yeah.
So,
And then if
anyway,
you like it the other way, you still have the option when it's all out to play all of it like anybody else. So
that's true. Yep.
yeah,
Yep. That's all you played?
that's all I played.
That's all I played. All right, what did I play? So I finally had some people in my house, so I was like, Jackbox party pack. This has to happen.
Yeah.
This is like the one chance I'm gonna have. So yeah, no, we I think John has it on Steam.
Yeah, he
So
does.
yeah. So I booted that up.
Mm-hmm.
Plugged my computer into my TV. We broke out our phones. That game is amazing. Like,
Okay.
just the phone aspect. It's like, yeah, this is multiplayer. This is how it should be done. Everyone could just join in. We played one episode of You Don't Know Jack. Just because mainly we wanted to play Fibbage, and then the big one was Drawful.
Okay, yeah.
Which, yeah, Drawful, that name is brilliant.
Yeah.
That's a really good name.
It is, for sure.
And then just the phrases they give you to draw are some of the funniest stuff. Like, they're just, instead of just like, they're like concepts that you wouldn't think would be in a game. Like, my friend got, like, he had to draw pecs that look like a face.
That's so good.
Isn't that so good?
That's really weird. I like it.
Yeah, that's really good. Or or you got one that was like, I think my friend had to draw what Sean thinks of himself or something like that.
Nice.
Right?
Okay.
Like, it just took a different username and plotted it in there,
Yeah.
and then it took mine. So that just leads to comedy. That's hilarious right there.
Yeah, that's well done.
It's really well done, and it connected really nicely, real easily. There was a couple little hitches where it would, like, took a little bit to like get all of our drawings onto the server or whatever, but nothing like game breaking. And then yeah, Fibbage is good, basically the same thing. But yeah, that is like the best party game there is.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. So unfortunately, I was only able to play it with a group of 3 of us, which wasn't the best, but we still had a fantastic time with that. That is a highly recommended collection of games right there.
That would be a great game to have had in like the college days and stuff when you're hanging out with
Yeah.
a bunch of people at one time.
Well, that's my problem now because, I have a ton of friends in college that I hang out with a bunch, but a lot of them don't have like TVs,
Yeah.
or if they do, it's like an old TV, and then they don't have this game, and it's like, well, I'm not going to bike over there with my computer and plug it into your
Right.
SD TV somehow.
Right.
So we're just gonna. I'm sitting there being like, guys, I have the best game literally for this group activity we're doing, but I can't get it here.
Yeah.
And so that's my hassle right now. I would love for that to be like phone only. Like, if they could come up with a game where you're just sitting around with your friends and all you have are your phones, I would pay good money for that product.
So like maybe a toned down version in an app form, say, that anybody could get.
Yeah, exactly. I think at that point it would almost have to be free to play with in-app purchases.
Yeah.
Because if it was like $10, it'd be hard to convince all my friends. No, you got to play that. You got to try this. Like $10. Who's gonna buy a $10 app?
Or like if one person buys the app sort of thing, and that's the host app, and then there's like just a viewer app for free.
Then or then they could just use the website, right? Like they currently are doing.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
would be real good. Yeah, I would pay good money to buy that host app.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
That would be real good. I hope they're thinking of that, which I have a feeling they are, because I'm pretty sure their Twitter account announced a few weeks back that they're discontinuing like their current You Don't Know Jack apps. So maybe they're doing some kind of transition over to like a Jackbox kind of thing.
That would be cool.
Hopefully, I really hope so.
Just like a hub app or something for all of their stuff. That would be cool.
Yeah, like, again, if they can make it completely mobile, that'd be fantastic. Again, I've been playing Evolve just kind of on and off for the past couple weeks. I'm gonna write up my review pretty soon here.
Okay.
I'm quite enjoying that game. It's been less janky than when I talked about it a couple weeks back, so it seems like they've ironed that out.
Good.
But yeah, that's just kind of good multiplayer fun. Much like Mario Party, if you're not playing with people you know and it's just quiet, that kind of sucks a
Yeah,
lot. I don't understand why people aren't talking. Every Xbox One comes with a microphone.
it's weird.
Like we're playing a team-based game,
Yeah,
but for the most part, I haven't really encountered anyone just like, why are you off in the distance? Everyone kind of knows what to do. Like, you know, the monster's over there, go over there.
mhm.
But yeah, it's just kind of fun. I like most of the classes. I don't think I've played as the support class yet.
Support's okay.
It just sounds like no fun. But then today, actually, apparently the robot guy can put down turrets.
Yeah,
Which, when I saw him put down 5 turrets, shooting like one egg, it just demolished that thing. And I was like, wow, I need to get that robot guy.
yeah,
That Lazarus medic dude,
it's ridiculous.
He seems super cool.
Yeah,
He's
he's
real
fucking
cool.
ridiculous. Just
He
bringing
can
people
bring
back
peop-
from the dead and stealthing.
bring people back from the dead. That's insane.
Yeah,
When like I don't have them unlocked, but when that was happening to me, I was like, where did that come from?
yeah,
What is this? This guy's awesome.
Yeah.
And he looks like a ghost.
yeah.
I think my favorite thing though is like Left 4 Dead, you don't really get any backstory. It's just kind of you play the game. But whenever they do the drop ship, like when you're about to start the thing,
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 of them will have a discussion and you get a little hint at what their backstory is, and it's always like really interesting. Like you find out that the default trapper girl was like alone on this world for like 10 years by herself surviving and stuff.
Hmm.
And yeah, you just get some cool, like, interesting banter, which is just nice to see.
There's
each time.
some
So I'm always
kind
interested.
of depressing stuff they say too. Like with the robot, when they're dropping, one of the things was just like, what are you gonna do if there's no people left to like help maintenance or whatever? He's like, I'd rather not think about it. It's just like, oh man, all right. I don't know.
I could see that. Yeah, there was another funny one with the robot where it was like, "What do you think about before we like go up against this monsters?" And he's like, "Ones and zeros."
Yeah,
He's like, well, do you have any idea of like, are you ever worried? Well, no, I'm a robot, so you know I'll live forever, basically.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, I guess that's true. But yeah, no, I kind of like that banter, and it kind of makes me want to be like, oh, I hope someone picks this guy so I can see what this combo we'll talk about.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's just, you know, it's such a minor thing, but it just kind of it's like the small touch that goes a long way,
Yeah.
just to make things quite interesting. But yeah, that game's fun, and as much as the monster's fun to play as, every time I'm picked as the monster, I'm immediately stressed out. I'm immediately just like, oh god, they're gonna find me before I can do anything, and I'm gonna shit the bed. I'm gonna shit the bed in like 30 seconds. Because sometimes, you know, when I'm the hunter, and when you catch that monster right away before it's even evolved, you just know the player on the other end is just going like, God damn it! And he's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do? Like, yeah, if the monster gets trapped before it's even evolved, like you're done.
Yeah.
You're so done.
Yeah,
You're just
you
gonna
are.
so every time I start as the monster, I'm just like, oh shit, shit. But
What is your opinion on the DLC problems people are having with it?
I have no idea what this is. What is
Oh,
it?
okay.
Let's see.
So basically, it's not the problems with the DLC necessarily. It's the fact that it's a full release game, first of all, for like your $60 or $70 if you're in Canada. And then
Or
there's
75, which I've been seeing.
or
lately.
75, yeah.
Have you seen that? What was the game I saw? Sorry to side. We'll come back to this.
No, that's fine.
Go with your.
So there's also a season pass you can buy for like an extra $20 or $30 or whatever they are.
Okay.
Then there's like a digital deluxe pack, which includes some other stuff. And then there's the PC Master Race Pack or Monster Pack or whatever, which is $100. And then if you go into the game,
What do you get for all this?
there's $100 worth of cosmetic DLC in the game day one as well. And the thing
Oh,
is,
wow, okay.
the season pass doesn't include the other bigger packs, but like the
That
biggest
would make
pack,
sense.
the biggest pack for $100 basically gives you 4 or 3 new hunters and a new monster. So I don't know.
Okay.
There's just some weird practices going on with their PR trying to like make some extra money, and I think it confused a lot of people. As
Well,
to
I'm
what-
already confused.
yeah, I'm kind of confused too. From what I can tell, though, or from what I've heard from other people that actually have the game and stuff, all the stuff that you can buy and unlock day one is all cosmetic, so it doesn't change how the game is played at all.
Okay.
So that's probably fine. And then like the new monster and like the other hunters or whatever are coming later on, and I'm guessing you can just buy them separately eventually anyway. But more than anything, it just seems like they did a bad job with their marketing department trying to like get that money sort of thing and confusing everybody in the process.
I, yeah, I haven't looked into much of it, but I think at the moment the price to content ratio is fine. Is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it takes a while to unlock stuff. Like you got to play it a good amount.
Oh, there was another thing you could buy. I can't remember if it was for Xbox One only though, where you could just buy access to everything without having to unlock it.
You know, I haven't looked into any of the store stuff because I have no intention of buying extra
it.
stuff. Really.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, but because yeah, like I was saying, like I feel like I'm progressing fine at a good rate, and even when I'm not winning, like even if you're doing damage with a specific weapon, that weapon is leveling up and stuff. So yeah, I'm happy with what's in the box, I should say, I guess.
All right, cool, good.
And then just today starting yesterday, Desert Golfing went on sale on iOS, so I bought that for $1. And this was the big thing from like late last year.
Okay.
Did you hear much about Desert Golfing?
No.
Okay, so I'm surprised because it was everywhere. But for those few who haven't heard of Desert Golfing, it's like a spiritual successor to like Desert Bus.
Okay.
So thematically, you're already like, okay, so it's very minimal and a lot of repetition. So the screen it's all 2D, really flat. There's a ball on one side and like a hole on the other, and kind of Angry Bird style. You kind of pull back and you inertia the ball forward, right? Depending on how you shoot it, and you just got to get the ball in the hole. If it goes too far past the hole, like off the screen, it'll appear back on where it started. So you don't want to go too far and whatnot. And because it's desert golfing, the whole thing is sand. So when the ball lands, it doesn't go very far or whatever.
Sure.
It kind of just sits there. And then once you get in the hole, the screen just slides over and the hole raises up to be the new... What is it called where you start playing golf? Tee off? The tee? It's the tee, right?
Okay, so I
think it's the tee.
Consistently never getting a hole in one? Or like you need a hole in one to progress? Or
No, once you get it in the hole.
Oh, once you get it in the hole. Okay.
Once you get it in the hole, however many shots it took you, like it counts how many shots it took you.
Yeah.
And then the screen slides over, and then you go for the next hole. And every time you get in the hole, that number of shots it took you gets added to your grand total, and it never ends. Literally.
Okay.
In fact, from what I want to know about the game, you don't even get on the Game Center leaderboard until you've passed hole 1,000.
Okay.
So I'm on hole 80.
Okay.
There's no way to restart the game. If you want to restart, you have to delete the app and re-download it. So I remember back in the day, Jonathan Blow, developer of Braid, was constantly doing that. So when he got to hole 1,000, he'd have a better score.
Okay.
And then weird things happen, like over the course of like 2,000 or 3,000 holes, the background color very subtly changes colors until you realize, 300 holes from now, that everything's actually pink.
Weird. Okay.
But there's no end.
This sounds like a golfing game for crazy people.
Like, it's like the most simple thing ever. And I know I'm like so late to this and everyone's just hitting their heads like, God, everyone was already talking about desert golfing. But it's like the most simple thing of all time. And I was just kind of fascinated because like I listened to Idle Thumbs podcast and they were way into it. Of course they were. And like, it really sucks when the hole is on the top of a hill, especially if the second half of the hill is the end of the stage, because you're constantly trying to shoot it hard up the hill, going over the hole, out of the screen, start over. And it gets really bad when you realize the only way I'm going to do this is if I get a hole in one. Like, I'm going to just have to get that perfect shot. And you spend like 12 shots trying to work it in there, and then finally you just get a hole in one, and you're just like, stupid asshole. Hate you so much. Then when you get that hole in one, you're like, I'm the best. And yeah, let me see where I'm currently at, because like I said, it's just a save state. Where's it at?
Does it give you stats on like how many times you swung and missed or something?
So I'm on hole 57, and
Yeah.
I've shot 187 times in
Okay.
total over these 57 holes.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
like, while I'm shooting for 57, it'll start counting up like I just did one shot.
Hmm.
And actually, it's going to go in because of the nature of this hole. It's actually the hole's in the bottom like a bowl. So now
Okay.
I'm on hole 58, 188 shots overall. So it just works up like that. And it kind of looks like this. Like, it's super simple.
Oh wow, it's kind of like an
Yeah.
old like an Atari game sort of
Yeah,
look.
yeah. Like it is. There's like three colors here. One of which is white for the ball, and dark brown for the ground, dark yellow for the sky. And like I said, the color just kind of changes over the course of 2,000 holes, and it's weird. It's a weird game.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't really know.
So that's
But
iOS, right?
it's also on Android.
Is it? Okay.
It's normally $2 on iOS, $1 on Android, but it was on sale 2 days ago, so it might be cheaper on Android. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But what's kind of nice is it's so simple, and it's because it doesn't have to track any kind of state. Like it's you open it up and it's exactly where you were. It's just real easy to at any point just open the game, do a shot or two, put the game down. Like it's like such a non thing there. It's like scratching an itch. It's part of your life.
Cool.
So yeah, desert golfing. Um, that's all I've been playing this week.
Nice.
Let's move on to the news.
Let's do it.
So write this time code down.
So there is one news story here that I pulled that I think you probably saw too, and then just didn't bother putting it because it was already there. It's a little bit weird, but Telltale Games is partnering up with Lionsgate.
Sorry, did you put that there?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought I put that there because yes, I did pull that, and then I thought, oh, I must have just put it there earlier.
Yeah. So,
okay, yeah. Sorry, go ahead. You know about it.
yeah, so Telltale Games, those people that make those games that Sean likes and I like occasionally, depending on what mood I'm in.
Those games, yeah.
Yeah. They're partnering up with Lionsgate to make a, super show video game thing, which is...
Yeah, like a TV show. Like, TV,
yeah.
The word TV is used.
Yeah, like a television, video game shows thing. So there's not a whole lot of details based on, when they're expecting this to even air or start or whatever. But what's the guy's name here? I'm just looking for it.
I'm not even sure. Is it going to air? So they're being kind of vague about it, but they're making it seem like they're going to be telling some kind of story, but there's going to be some input, right? That's the thing. So I'm wondering, is it going to be a web series? That seems like the easiest way, but they keep using the terms TV.
TV, yeah.
Yeah. So you know what it makes me think of? What was that game show combo a few years back? Was it Defiance? That sounds
Defiance.
Right. Where it was whatever happened in the game was going to affect what the writers were doing in the show.
Such a weird idea. Yeah, that's right.
That seems a bit more separate, but I don't really know how else. Is it just going to be a series of polls? Who do you want to die in the next episode? Well, I hope it's Kenny, and then Kenny dies.
Kenny always dies. Dude,
Yes,
fuck Kenny. I just realized who you meant. I was thinking South Park, but fuck Kenny. Seriously. I hate that guy.
Are you talking about Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Okay. How far are you in season 2 anyway?
I'm not at all. Haven't started it.
You should start season 2.
I should do that. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Lionsgate put, their CEO apparently on the board of directors or whatever for Telltale. They really want to make this work, to have input in what they're doing. So that could be
and I think they
interesting.
gave them a good chunk of money. They got behind this.
Yeah, they're supporting it pretty heavy. So it'll probably happen. It just will depend, if it'll take the Defiance route, work one episode and then die.
Yeah,
So-
I honestly did not follow Defiance at all. I have no idea how that worked out.
Me neither. It seems really like a bad idea in retrospect, but at least they're trying. So good on them. It's cool when people try stuff out and fail, and then another company tries it out to maybe succeed. So
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I like what Telltale's doing, so hopefully they do good with this.
yeah, for sure.
Okay, next, just kind of a small / weird story. So Virtual Console on the Wii U the Donkey Kong Country trilogy games are back because they were gone for like 2 years randomly.
Okay. I
I
had no
don't.
idea.
Yeah, I didn't know either. No one really knows why, but those are back. You can buy those.
Cool.
Those games are fine.
Yeah,
That,
they're okay.
that was a weird thing that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to get down to like the real news stories.
Yeah.
Gold Mario Amiibo was out for pre-order
Yeah.
today. Boom! Did John pre-order one? That's the big question. Everyone's wondering.
Oh
I
man,
don't have the
my
answer.
phone's dead. I was gonna text him.
Okay, I'll text him right now. We'll get this live on the air.
Just don't like show his number or something. That would be really dumb. Just like, see, look, it shows his number on the
All
internet.
right, okay, I'll say we're podcasting. The people want to know,
Specifically me.
did you pre-order that golden Mario goodness?
I have a feeling he didn't, and it wouldn't even matter because he'll just talk to one of his friends that owns a video store somewhere in the city, and they have one. So,
Maybe. Or someone will send him one, right?
yeah, there could be that too.
Yeah. Which, speaking of which, I guess someone sent him money and he now has a Wii Mini. So that fantasy has been fulfilled.
Last week, when we were like talking about stuff, I made an off-color joke again about like when he's gonna get that for his museum. And he's
Right.
like, when somebody donates $100 for it, and I was just like, oh shit, you know you're gonna just have to go like to the store next week with a shopping cart and fill it up because people are gonna donate like hundreds of dollars.
Oh man, he's going to get multiple Wii Minis.
I think he said something along the lines of every $100 I'll just buy one or whatever.
That would have been amazing if he walked out with like 5 of them.
Yeah.
He was like, because his apartment is already full of like shit.
Yeah,
He has so much stuff.
he has so much stuff.
Yeah, that'd be so funny. But I'm glad that he has a Wii Mini. That's great. I said it when they announced. I was like, man, you're gonna end up with one of those. He didn't believe me.
And like, look where he is now. He has one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find who the guy was. Conagamine or whatever on
like
Twitter.
on Twitter. Yeah, I was getting my at replies exploded that day.
Yeah, so good job, man. You did it. You've made John get one.
Thanks for taking one for the team there. But anyways, gold Mario Amiibos. The dumbest thing. So yeah, those
It's
went up
pretty
on
dumb.
pre-order. They were Walmart exclusive or something like that.
I heard, yeah.
And then they were sold out in like 15 minutes. And then just kind of following along on Twitter, I saw them kind of coming and going from being available.
Yeah.
And then I saw them on eBay for upwards of $100.
So
Which
dumb.
aren't these just pre-orders?
Oh, that's so dumb. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, you get your gold Mario amiibo. People are saying FaceTime him. John doesn't have an iOS device. I can't FaceTime him. Sorry, guys. But hopefully he'll get back to us before the end of the show with the answer.
Yeah.
All right, next one. This was from Kotaku UK edition. Apparently, there's a new Guitar Hero coming. So I didn't fully read this. What was it?
Yeah, I have no idea what this is about. I'm going to read it right now.
Yeah, the new title, which one source is saying will be announced at E3 this year, is going to take a more realistic approach than previous Guitar Hero games.
In like their animation style, specifically.
That seems like duh.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that just kind of makes me think Rock Band, because that was a little more realistic.
Yeah.
But still cartoony.
Yeah, exactly.
Both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One were mentioned. That's basically it. Two separate sources that Activision is working on Guitar Hero game development reportedly for this year. So maybe we'll get something at E3. Who knows? Do you want a new Guitar Hero game?
Yeah, actually, I do.
I could go for a new Guitar Hero
I
game.
could go
Would you
for
be
a new
willing
Guitar
to buy new instruments?
Absolutely not. Unless, like, there was something where it's just like, this instrument only works with this game for some reason. Like, input lag or whatever, then I would have to, but I still have my other instruments. I don't want to get new ones if I can help it.
Yeah. all mine are back with my parents, so I would have to get a new guitar, which
Mhm.
I think I'd be fine doing. But, yeah, I think it's time. I could go for just, sitting down and playing a bunch of rock or Guitar Hero again. As long as they don't go like crazy with like Dragon Force again, like that just got silly. I didn't care.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I could go for it still though. Should be good.
yeah. All right, we'll see what happens at E3. All
Mhm.
right, last one. This was sent in from through our email from someone. Subject line is, "I'll take an Xbox One burger with a side of Dead or Alive, please." The person wrote, "So in Hong Kong, Microsoft is selling the Xbone with DOA 5, which is Dead or Alive 5,
Mhm.
and a voucher for an official Xbone hamburger. This seems like a magical food and game pairing to me. So what other games need to be paired with specific food as a purchase incentive?" What exactly is this story? So all right.
That burger looks kind of good. Maybe it's just because I'm hungry right now though.
I'm hungry too. That it kind of looks like a Burger King burger.
It does. It really does.
Just like the bun.
Yeah.
It's like really okay. What is the whole thing? The Xbox One hamburger is available for a limited time at Burger Train. I just cannot talk right now. At Burger Chain Triple O's.
Never heard.
If you don't have a voucher for purchasing a console, you can buy the burger a la carte. So you can still get this special burger without buying the console.
But why would you? It's
But
all in the story, man.
So they have a Dead or Alive 5 last round bundle, which includes an Xbox One system with a 500 gig hard drive, a code for Assassin's Creed Unity, a download code for Black Flag, Dead or Alive 5 last round on disc,
Hmm.
and a 4-month code for Xbox Live Gold, a Biotherm home bag. I have no idea what that
Yeah.
is. Some kind of carrying bag.
Okay.
HK $130 worth of Xbox Live credit. What is HK?
Whatever their currency is, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's probably Hong Kong, $130. Yeah, there you go. A Dead or Alive 5 last round cushion
Oh man, the
Amazing.
cushion.
and a voucher for an Xbox One hamburger for Hong Kong. Oh, so the price would be $3,580 Hong Kong dollars,
Okay.
which I don't know what that works out to in Canadian or American. I guess probably in Canadian, that's probably like $1 million at this point, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably what it is. But anyway, that's great. I would probably do that because that's dumb.
Dude, I would totally do that. And like it's just for the story. Where did you get this like Xbox One? Well, I got to tell you about a hamburger I had.
Oh, I don't know
first.
if I would get the burger. I mean, like the bundle, but I'd get the burger.
No,
instead.
I would get the
Xbox One
bundle
burger.
because I don't
Okay.
have an Xbox One anyway. So
Oh, this would
like
push you over the edge.
this would be a way to just be like I got it the stupidest way possible by buying a burger. I don't
Yeah.
know. It could be fun.
So let's just move on to questions because he had a question with it. He said, as I mentioned before, so what other games need to be paired with specific food as a purchase incentive?
I feel like
Devil May Cry and pizza.
yes, that's a great any Ninja Turtles games with pizza as well.
Oh
would
yeah,
work.
that would mass audience right there.
In fact,
everyone knows.
I'm pretty sure I feel like they probably tried something in the 90s where it's just like an arcade game with like pizza slice or something. I don't know. It seems like a 90s push. I don't know, like a game with Lollipop Chainsaw with lollipops makes sense to me.
Okay.
I was thinking
D4 with tequila.
yeah.
He drinks it in that.
Also
He does-
Shadows of the Damned with tequila.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would work. Yeah. What else would
Basically
be good?
any yeah.
I'm trying to think games with food.
I'm trying to think what would go
Specific-
well with a hot dog because of like the wiener jokes or something.
D4 again. That guy's way into hot dogs. Clam chowder. That's featured heavily in
Clam
D4.
chowder's great. I could go for some of that.
Oh, Deadly Premonition.
Yeah.
And that weird cereal sandwich.
Or coffee. Just straight
coffee.
up coffee. Yeah.
Coffee. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Just like the Blu-ray of Twin Peaks with ground coffee,
Mm-hmm.
coffee beans.
Burger time with a burger. Yeah, Docty in the chat has it right. That's really good.
Someone says Dead Rising with OJ. Yeah, that one works.
Yeah, that works real well.
Sonic Boom and Chili Dogs. I don't know if that's a specific reference.
Well, I know
no
Sonic in the cartoons loved chili dogs. I don't know if that held over.
Did he?
Yeah,
I don't
and
know that at all.
the animation, the old animated series or whatever,
Okay.
with Steve Urkel voicing Sonic.
Steve Urkel voiced Sonic?
Yeah, like the dude that plays
guess I
Steve
could see
Urkel.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, Portal and Cake, of course.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's so good.
That's like the one.
You can't
okay.
get better than that, I don't think.
All right. We're going to the next few questions.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. Hey guys, it's the one Becca from Twitch and Twitter. Just got a few questions. None of my friends will play Cards Against Humanity, mainly because they don't get it. How could I try to explain to them so we could have a decent game?
Better plan. Get better friends.
Show them a YouTube video, maybe. Like
how do you not get Cards Against Humanity?
Like you don't have a sense of humor, I guess.
Like that, there's so many cards. Like how you're not gonna find any of those funny?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's absurd to me.
Honestly, like, it got to the point where at first there was the shock value of like, oh, there's kind of dirty jokes you can do in here. But by the end, the funniest ones are the ones that are just so weird to me.
Yeah. Yeah, like, have you seen that box expansion?
Like, the Mopey Lion or whatever is probably
Lion is real good.
Is one of the best cards because that will make me laugh almost in any context.
An alternate universe where boxes store things inside of people.
Yeah, shit like that. Like
box expansion is real good.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, yeah, probably get better friends.
I just, like, unless your friends are, like, 3 versions of my mom, I don't see how you don't like that game.
All right.
She's the only person that'll hear some of those cards and just be, like, offended. And it's like, you just, damn it, Mom, be cool.
Be cool, Ma. Be cool.
Yeah, but... yeah, Cards Against Humanity is great. So how can you actually get them to explain it's a decent game? Maybe play like apples to apples with them, and then be like, "Hey, are you guys ready to like lose the training wheels?" And then you whip out Cards Against Humanity. I don't know. Yeah, maybe show them a YouTube video or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, if you had the chance to get a video game tattoo, would you get one, and who would you get?
No.
I technically have had the opportunity for over 10 years to get a tattoo, so no, I suppose. But if I were to get anything, maybe like a logo in a game I like, that could be inconspicuously like something else. Not a person.
I guess maybe that. Yeah, I'm trying to think like, what game do I love? Burnout Paradise. There's nothing from Burnout Paradise I would
man, a sweet car. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Like that'd be so dumb. Like the Triforce, no thanks. I don't currently have any tattoos. I'm not against tattoos. I would get a tattoo. There's just nothing I can think of putting on my body forever.
Sure.
And if I was to think of something, top 10 things would probably not be from video games.
Sure.
All right, Michael writes in. Oh, so I guess last week you guys asked, why do people even watch this show?
Yeah.
So we had 2 people. The last 2 write-ins are answering that question. So Michael said, I was asked last show why I listened. One word, JonTron.
All right. Sure, why not?
Isn't JonTron someone else?
Yeah, John has had the problem before of people mixing him up with JonTron.
Oh, okay. So this is just like kind of like a passive aggressive thing of like, I don't watch it. Like I thought I did, and then I was like, wait, this is not JonTron.
Probably, yeah.
I
love that the person that said, do you have any questions for us? And then I said that jokingly, didn't even fucking respond. I'm calling you out, man. What the hell?
And then second person who answered that from Bo. I listen to Top Down Perspective because I support anything John managed to keep to a schedule, which will probably sound ironic when this is read out in his absence. So I thought that was really good. If
Oh
you guys want to
God.
send in other funny things like burgers or making fun that John's not here, topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, or the Facebook group. You can put questions there as well. I guess that's gonna do it for this week. Short episode.
Yeah.
Well, there's only two of us, so, we hit about the 2 hour mark, 1 hour mark for two people. That's about right.
Yeah. Exactly.
What's your game of the week?
Resident Evil Revelations 2.
I have to give it to Jackbox.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of fun with the other two games, but Jackbox is like way up there, and I'm probably never gonna get to play it again until they make it like a mobile only version of it. So,
yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
thanks to anyone for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Apparently not with John, but I guess he'll be back maybe the week after that. I don't know.
Yeah.
That guy's busy.
He is.
I think his shirt thing ended, right?
It did. Yeah. I think they
He
crushed
sold
the
a
goal.
lot.
I think it was
As I saw,
over
he was-
400.
No, last I saw, he was just under 5.
Oh, really? Okay.
Just under 5. Which, do you remember how much we were like guessing at?
I said 350.
What did John say?
I
Did you say
think.
351?
Yeah, he did one of those bullshit things. I think he said 320 or something. Like,
Didn't I say 500?
I think so.
I think I'm gonna win this bet. Anyway,
Oh, I
anyway,
think
yes.
you already have.
I haven't looked at it in a bit, but anyway, that I got an email saying that shirt was printed, so that's coming to me in a few weeks, I guess.
Nice.
Anyways, yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.